What's up, everybody? Today, we're gonna do something quite special because we are going to do the one path that I wanted to do since the beginning. Just gonna get through some dialogue. Alright, so when the game got announced, obviously I wanted to do the Lich playthrough because it was pretty cool. But then again, when they announced the additional mythic paths, my eyes were all pointed toward the swarm that walks, because I'm a huge Zerg fan in StarCraft, and yeah, that's how I got into gaming in general. So that's pretty much what I want to do. So we're gonna take this back a little bit. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the Swarm That Walks playthrough. What does that mean? Well, that means from that point onward, at the beginning of Act 5, where there's also a save that I made that allows people to start from this exact point, by the way. You can download the save in my last video, I believe. Yeah. So we're gonna put on the glasses and we're just gonna clean them a little. So we're gonna put on the glasses and we're gonna go through the Swarm That Walks dialogue from that point onward. Obviously, spoilers ahead, and if you have not played till that point and you're just curious about the Swarm That Walks, I'll make sure to do other videos. It's just that right now it's been kind of busy with Christmas and everything. But definitely spoilers ahead if you have not gotten to this point by yourself, or watched to this point by yourself at the very least. I mean, it's up to you if you want to keep watching, but I strongly advise watching the rest of my playthroughs to kind of understand the story, because there is a lot in this game. But with that being said, I am the Swarm, and you are food from the Swarm. Power rushes through your body, almost stripping it apart. The wound in your chest bursts open in a spray of bloody droplets. The might bestowed upon you by the Abyss and Arul Vorlesh erupts in this world, and you pay for it in purest agony. You are overwhelmed by hunger, as well as hatred towards the food that dares to refuse to satisfy that hunger. There is more hunger and hatred in you than one mortal soul can contain, for these feelings do not belong to you alone. Countless tiny wings stir in motion all over Dresden, as the swarm flies to its master's aid. Stop, don't do it, listen. This is even worse than falling to the abyss. If you don't stop, I won't be able to follow you anymore. I'll up anyone will. Do you honestly plan to replace your army with swarm of insects? Well, good luck with that, but you will have to do without my help. So much power, but this is going too far even for me. Sorry, master, but I refuse to serve the swarm. Risking my life by your side every day is one thing, but wondering when you'll decide to devour me is another thing entirely. I'll be surprised if anyone decides to stay with you. I beg you, as a friend, for the sake of everything we've been through together, call of the Swarm, and stop trying to imitate Xantier Vane. Stop this madness. I can't remain your companion otherwise. No one from your party will follow a monster. You don't hear anyone. The swarms descend upon the battlefield and the feast begins. Miriam Madnibal burrows into living flesh, making no distinctions between demons and mortals, friend and foes. The swarms is gonna rip through them, hell yeah. So in that scene, usually you take your mythic path, they're like, oh, okay, or oh no. For the sake of this video, well, my last video, I already played through this little section, so I can't wait to see. So we've already read through all this, we don't need to do it again.
Stop it. And you, but at the same time, I grieve in. I did not come here to fight.
Okay.
Oh, really? I didn't realize.
Never
That is true. I tried.
Yeah.
No. Does this look familiar? Do you remember? certainly. How in that is good. Wait, she's I am quite right.
Okay, so we have made our decisions, finally. Alright, so this is what everybody's here for. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get Swarm Infest, Swarm Feast, Swarm Clone later on, I believe. Yeah, we don't get anything here, which is kind of a shame. We do keep the Summon Spectre, which is pretty cool, but we don't keep anything from there, which is kind of a shame, I'll be honest, but that's fine. We get Spell Penetration, we get a bunch of things, that's pretty good. Devour, Swarm Form, Swarm Feast, Mythic Feat, Host of the Great Swarm. You send part of the swarm to devour a corpse to increase the size of your swarm. I have the swarm. What is this gonna do? Okay, so big damage reduction. Swarm Clone and Mythic Feat. Okay. What do we need? I mean, I'm assuming dodge is gonna be pretty good. Mythic Resolve is pretty good too. Point blank shot cannot hurt, right? Oh, Sorcerer's Reflex was really good, right? So that's like a lot of levels. So we're gonna go with Swarm that walks. Also the Great Swarm, Swarm Form, and whatnot. I hate both of you. I hate everyone. Everyone. Your voice buzzes like the wings of myriad insects. The world breaks into pieces, reflecting in the countless facets of countless eyes that stares at you from everywhere. The goddess and the demon lord stand before you. They are so different, but now expressions in their eyes is the same. Revulsion tinged with horror.
What have you turned yourself into? You had the power to become anyone you wanted, and you chose this?
Hell yeah, brother.
Ugh, how repulsive.
You accepted a gift of power from the abyss, but you have eclipsed your benefactors in unholiness.
You're ready to answer, but your lips are paralyzed. Your entire body freezes, and the swarm, so obedient a moment ago, starts scurrying around mindlessly back and forth. An alien will shackle you. Indestructible, inhuman, terrifying will. A huge shadow towers over you, and you can tell who it is before you hear it speak.
Despicable Iomade, and you, deplorable queen of the Midnight Isles, you wanted to turn this mortal into a weapon against me. A pathetic ploy. Now he is similar to me, and will serve me before he joins my swarm.
That will never happen.
Aramade eyes flashes with blinding light, and a moment later a pillar of fire strikes you. You feel a skin sizzle and charring, your eyes boiling and blood bulging, your muscle reducing to ash. The unbearable torment lasts much longer than the body of a common mortal could handle. But in the end, you finally plunge into the merciful darkness of oblivion. Oh, so she just like kills us? Yeah, okay, she does. Which is understandable. The light is gone, and so is the pain. After all, you don't have the ability to feel pain. You no longer have a body, and yet, you are still here. Your rage binds you to this place. A deep, abiding hatred for demon, deities, mortals, a hatred for everyone, and everything. You hear the sound of a distant voice, somewhere beyond the veil of darkness that obscure your vision. What a horrible tragedy. His power could have been saved from the world ruin, but in the end, it brought only death and ruin. Mortal souls are easily corrupted. I will not forget you, Commander, and I will not repeat your mistake. Farewell. My friend turned out to be a monster. I guess I'm done with the Crusades. He was so kind, but he also did many evil things. It's a pity that he died before he had the chance to repent. But I guess it's good that the goddess did not allow him to turn into a walking swarm. So many innocent people would have died if she hadn't intervened. So the leader of the crusade turns out to be a traitor. This outcome is unfortunate, but it is not unexpected. I have suspected for some time that it would take a direct divine intervention to save the Mendevian army. My commanding officer will want to hear a detailed report of this fiasco. Rest in peace, blah blah. Now that's how you go out with a bang. It looks like the intervention of a goddess to kill the commander. You have to admit, that's pretty impressive. Farewell, Morrow Nightblight, your magnificent scoundrel. When I return to Mendev, I shall find the best bard to pay them to compose a ballad about your meteoric rise and tragic downfall. Yeah, that was something. Snap of a finger and he turned into a big pile of ash. But I'd better get out of here while I can. I don't want to become a brunch for a bunch of bugs. Right, well, my contract is officially at an end. I wonder why I have been so unlucky with employer lately. I hope no one will try to eat me alive at least. In the silence that follows, you hear a loud, rasping laugh. Killed, cursed, and abandoned by everyone. So this is how the similar one meets his end. In dust and disgrace? Similar one, what are you supposed to mean? No mortal is equal to the great Discari, but this one manages to attract my interest. The one the mortal calls the Commander is only a pale imitation of the great Discari, a mere shadow of his greatness. But he can still understand me in a way that no other mortal can. What have you done to me? You hear the rasping laughter once again. This insolent little mortal tried to become like the great Discari. He succeeded, and that's commendable. But does this mortal understand the nature of the swarm? Does he know how to control it? Does he know how to strengths and weaknesses? Can this mortal understand the great truth of the swarm? No. His existence is too brief, too fleeting for him to grasp such profound truth. The similar one knew that he had to devour the Vescovor queen and subjugate his swarm, but there is danger in every feast. Sometimes the devourer digests the food, and sometimes the food poisons the devourer. The locusts of the great Discari were hidden within the swarms that similar one subjugated to his will, and one locust, small but strong, found its way inside the body of the similar one. As long as a locust remains secure in its hiding place, the similar one will not be free from Discari's will. Until such time, Discari decides to devour him. Death, but not from for the swarm. This world has another meaning. The swarm can survive a great deal, even the death of its master. The similar one prepared for this when he altered his body by following the teachings of another similar one. He does not yet know how to come back, but he will soon learn. I'll be back. I'll devour everyone who betrayed me. Then I'll devour you and your kingdom, and then I'll consume all of Golarion. The previously ebbing hatred now feels your being once more. It becomes thicker and denser until you feel that you have flesh again. Flesh that has been reduced to ashes, scattered throughout all of Dresden. Flesh that trembles on the wings of the swarm that is in the thrall in you. Your will, your hatred, your hunger will not allow you to simply disappear. Your will, your hatred, your hunger will bring you back. Your will will subjugate with your hatred, you will wreak vengeance, and with your hunger, you will devour. Good, very good. Let the similar one be reborn. I will follow his progress. The insect swarms towards the place of your death. They gather together in a tight group until they look like a mass of dark, buzzing flesh. You cannot control the swarm, yet enough to become like Xantier Vane. Your mind is not prepared to reject the physical form to which you are accustomed. That will come with time. For now, however, you will inhabit the body made of insect. This insectile body bears the passing resemblance to your previous form, and after a moment it opens its eyes. What the... Commander? You didn't expect me to come back? No, I didn't. I thought I should have, knowing you. Blah blah. You've been dead for days. Okay, what's the situation in the into the city? The city is mostly empty. The only soldier who remains are the ones who still believe that the queen will return someday. Even the mercenaries have defected. They decided to go find work somewhere. They won't get the risk of being eaten by their commanders in arms. Okay, frightened by the creatures the commander has become, the generals of the crusade have stirred the remnants of Dresden garrisons to revolt. They have left the city and intend to fight the swarm on the field. The fools believe that they stand a chance of winning in such conditions. Okay, I think it's just loading. A lot of people to just shoo away, probably. Okay. Big swarm. I can't believe there's still like merchants and whatnot. Dude, that's really funny. Okay, so Anivia. Anivia approaches looking warily at you. Fear and revulsions are written on her face. You won, now the city is yours, only yours. Nope. So we got a bunch of things. The scary cultist. They fall to their knees and raise their hands towards you. Praise be to the true Lord of the Swarm. May our Lord devour everyone and everything. May the false idol be brought low. May our Lord reign over all planes. My god. Devour, let's go. Nom 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 nom. We're gonna get a bunch of Vescavor Swarm. Oh, the dragon. Oh, whoops. Okay, so. Oh, I got a level up. My perception is literally shit. Everything is kind of really bad. Huh. Hmm. I guess combat casting is going to be important at this point. Icy Prison Mass is going to be important. And probably Energy Drain. Maybe? Let's look at our spellbook now. So wait. Oh, that's pretty dope. So do I keep those? I think, right? Yeah. I do keep those. Oh, that's pretty intense. All right, that's pretty cool. Okay, we're gonna use a bit of purpose. Now, what about this? So I don't think those two are pretty good in general. We're gonna be good with Create Undead, and I think Hellfire Ray could be useful. 1 round per level. Huh. What about this one? Finger of Death is close range. That's not too good. Feast of Blood is definitely one of the best spells, so we're gonna make sure to keep it. Domain of the Hungry Flesh is pretty good. Okay, that's pretty commendable. Okay, so we're gonna do a quick rest. Do I have any other boots? I guess I'll equip them. Third or lower. This is third or lower. So this is essentially useless, right? I'm gonna learn all the spells I can for now. Okay. Might as well. So this is gonna be a bit problematic because we don't have almost anything. Oof, I didn't think this one through, honestly. Okay, we'll redo everything, like from the ground up. So, let's get to it. So CC is gonna be right here, damage is gonna be right here, buffs are gonna be here, and summons are gonna be here. Something like that. False Graces there already. Okay, how does that look? Okay, so we have two forms. We're gonna put our forms up there. So one of them is Swarm Feast. Your swarm flies out of your body and start attacking all enemies in 50 feet radius. Every round, all enemies in the area are dealt 4 plus your swarm size d6 damage. If they die while in the area, they are automatically devoured. Any range and touch attack against you have 50% chances to miss. Using this, cancel Swarm Form and Swarm Infest. Okay, so Swarm Form, you return all of the swarm into your body. You gain damage reduction plus your swarm size and a bonus to natural armor equal to 4 plus your swarm size. Using this ability, cancels Swarm Infest and Swarm Feast. Then we have... Oh, this is going to be pretty cool. Oh, we already have this. Okay. Then we have Swarm Infest. You send part of your swarm to infest an enemy. It makes the target blind and deal 8d8 physical damage each round. This damage is increased by 2d8 for each point of your swarm size. If the target dies while under this effect, it is automatically devoured. You're healed for the amount of damage you've dealt to the enemies with Swarm Infest. Additionally, the target must make a will saving throw or become panicked. Using this ability cancels the others, okay. And then Devour is going to be like our bread and butter to eat stuff. Okay. I mean, honestly, I'm just going to put this on because it is a +2 to dodge bonus to armor class. Okay, well, this is all very weird.
I'm gone.
Let's head out and see what's up with everything else. My god.